Let me quickly share with you one of the things I enjoy doing at the end of every year. I would say it's like a tradition for me, but it's one of the things that really makes me happy. One of the things I love to do and at every end of the year is making me and my family a nice and delicious special meal. Trust me. Uh, because the way I used to think about this is, when we look into our life all through from January to December, to be honest with you, some of us we need to just give ourselves a good round of applause because it's not easy. We are being strong, being through a lot of things, during the we achieve, we lose some things, we fail, we achieve a lot of things we have been through during the happy time, during the sadness, but at the same time, we are still strong in every areas of our lives. So for me, just to make myself happy and to say kudos to myself and to say well done to myself is one of the things I love to do is make myself a nice, delicious meal delicacy. And with this, I also love to clean up my house, tidy up the house, make some, bring some positive and good energy into my house. I will clean up the house, things that I need. Um, I keep them, something that I know I didn't really need. I give it out to people that are in need of it. Or sometimes, I throw them away if they are not really in a good condition. So let me quickly dive into this special, delicious recipe that I prepared for me and my family during the December time. I'm sorry this video is coming late, but trust me, you will definitely enjoy this recipe. Let's get it started. So for today, I'm going to start by prepping my peppers, which is the red peppers, onions, and the green peppers. I'm going to prep them, thoroughly wash, and I'm going to chop them. Then after that, I'm going to be using a catfish for this recipe. You can see this catfish for some reason because of the slime on the skin. So I added some salt just to reduce the slimeness of the fish. Then after that, you can see the way they look after I added the salt. They are kind of irritating to me, to be honest with you, after adding the salt to it. But I think it really helps a lot because the salt helped me to get rid of all the slimeness of the from the fish. So after that, I added some water. You can see how they look like. They are kind of irritating. I'm so sorry for saying that, but I'm just trying to be honest with this video. So, but anyways, um, I added some hot water. Then after that, you can see I use my knife to scrape all the slimeness away from the fish. But trust me, this method is really, really good for catfish because everybody know when you get a catfish, they used to be a lot of slime. They have this kind of slimy skin. So with the help of the salt and the hot water, really, really helps in cleaning the catfish. You can see the way I'm scraping all the dirty that I don't want on the fish. I scrape them out and everything is well clean and thoroughly clean. So they really helps a lot. My sister taught me this method of cleaning the catfish the last time I traveled back to Nigeria. And since that time, I've been using this method and it really helps me a lot when I'm trying to clean my catfish because, like I said, because of the slime on the skin. So just for you to get rid of all the slimeness of the catfish. So I'm going to start by cleaning all my fishes, you know, just to get everything ready. This was a day before New Year, like a New Year Eve. I prep everything that I'm going to be using for this recipe. For me, I think it really make my job more easier. Like I said, this is like a combo, a different kind of things I'm going to be cooking together, like a brunch in a one pot. In a one plate. So I went ahead and try to clean my catfish well thoroughly with some lime. You can use lemon or you can use lemon juice. So at this point, all the slime on the fish, everything disappeared with the help of the hot water and the salt. That is why I said the method really worked pretty well for me. And the fish, you can see the way I'm even rinsing it. It's not like trying to be like a slime stuff. No, everything is well clean, and I really love this method so much. So I proceed by cleaning all my fishes. You can see they are really big fish, but because of the hot water, make them a little bit shrink. But that is absolutely fine. And also, when you are cleaning your catfish, when you add the salt like I did earlier, it's make your fish to be well seasoned. Like I think I used to notice some difference back home. The catfish that we used to get, the taste is not like the one we are getting in this right here in this country. It's a little bit, I think the one we used to get back home tastes more fresh than the one that we get here. But anyways, that is how I used to do it with the salt so that it's going to give me the perfect taste that I'm looking for. So after finish cleaning my fish, I went ahead to sanitize my zinc because fish is kind of, because of the odor of the fish, everything is well clean, and back to my vegetables. So I started with my bell peppers. Then after that, I'm just gonna make them in a slice form. I'm gonna be combining all different colors of peppers at this point. I just gotta go ahead and do the chopping process. Like I said, this is like a day before New Year because I really want to make the food on New Year. So I try to do all of these to prep them in advance to make my job a little bit more easier because I have little kids and I'm going to be paying attention to them, and I don't want the food to be distracting me too much, so I have to start prepping some of my vegetables, which help me a lot. This is one of my routine that I used to do when anytime I have to cook a large meal. If you can do this, it will save you from stress or from what should I call it? From tiredness. So I used to prep everything that I have to use in advance. Then after that, I'm gonna start using them for the next day. But don't forget, you have to put them in your refrigerator. That way they still fresh, they don't go bad. So after, I'm gonna go ahead and prep my vegetable. Like I said, this video, is I supposed to have dropped this video about couple of weeks ago, but so busy, and some days are really a lot of things for me to handle, and I still have some old videos that I have to edit before posting the new videos. So it's a lot of work when it comes to like editing video, but at the same time, it's something I love to do and it's something I enjoy doing. So it doesn't look like too much work for me most of the time because it's something I love to do. It's something I enjoy doing. And, when I'm teaching people something that I know, it gives me joy. I just love it. And it's like keeping my company, trying to mind my home business in my own house, in my own kitchen, without disturbing and interfere nobody. So I think for me, that is like a therapy for me. So I really enjoy cooking a lot. So that is one of the things, like, we people in this life, this video, I don't want to I want to talk about the food, and I still want to share a lot of new things like with us, just to give each other a little bit advice. You know, we should try to look for something that give us joy as human being, because let me tell you, if you really find something that give you joy and you keep doing it, it's either you be successful in that thing, or you just stay away from people's business and do your own thing without, interfering in something that it doesn't concern you. Just find something for yourself instead of gossiping about people, putting your mouth in something that is not your business. Just Look for something that give you joy, look for something that give you happiness, or something that you can transform and be making money out of it. Just look for something, keep yourself busy, keep yourself focused. This is a 2025. Everybody want to be great. Everybody want to achieve success. If you are doing great, give yourself a good round of applause because it's not easy. You are a strong woman. You are a strong man. If you know you are working hard, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. And, when nobody is clapping, clap for yourself. When nobody is watching, watch yourself. Keep focus on yourself because let me tell you one thing, we only have one life to live. And the only person that can give you joy is you yourself. Before anybody can give you joy and happiness, make sure you give yourself 100% joy and happiness. Even though when it's hard to be happy, try to be happy in any ways and give thanks to God in every situation you find yourself. So let's get back to the recipe. As you can see earlier, I chopped my peppers after, slice them. I chop them in a roughly chop. Then I'm going to go ahead with my green onion scallion, with some carrots, and with some parsley, and I'm going to add some what's it called? I'm going to add some of my onion. I had some onion, then I also had some avocado oil just to blend it together. This process, I've been using it before. Before, I don't really share this part with people, but now I decided to share it with people. Let me tell you something. If you are the kind of person that love, so like, your stew, if you love stew very well, like frying stew, like just like me, because it's one of my favorites. If you really love it so much, try this method. You see the way I blend all these vegetables together, the cilantro, onion, carrots, and what else? I blended everything together. You see, then after that, I had everything together with the bell peppers and the onion and combine everything together. You can use this for anything. You can use it for fried rice, like your base for your fried rice. You can use it for stew. You can use it for frying egg. Just blend them the way I just did it right now. Put them in a bowl. You can put them in the Ziploc bag, store them in your deep freezer, or you can put them in a bowl and put them in your fridge. They are lifesaver. One of my video, I will show you what you can do with this pepper mix, with this mixture. What you can do in another way just to save you, to make your food go in like another level. So another thing I'm going to start working on is my cucumbers. So as you can see, I'm going to scrape the cucumbers. I'm going to scrape the bag. I love the bag, but because of my kids, when I try to give them or serve the cucumbers for them like this, they will always, try to scrape the bag. So instead of them wasting it, I just did it myself. And, then I'm going to slice up my cucumbers. Feel free to do this in any shape or form you want it. I'm just playing around with the cucumbers. And another thing that I love to do is to scrape the middle part, like the little seed in the inside of the cucumbers. I love to scrape it out because my kids don't like it either. So after I'm done with the cucumbers, the next thing I'm gonna start working on is the corn. So I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my corn. I took off the back. Then after that, I'm just gonna try to cut them in a chunk, not too small, not too big, so that it's gonna be easy to grab when you are trying to eat them. And this is one of the methods that I used to do that. So next, I'm gonna start working on my catfish. I want to cut them into a little bit smaller pieces. Then I try to separate the head from the tail, and so that when people are trying to eat it, it's very easy, and because of the bones in the head. And I just keep on repeating the process just like that. But one thing I don't realize is that the head of the catfish, the bone over there is so strong. even strong more than enough a beef or meat bone. I'm telling you. I think I will, you see the way I'm trying to cut it off from the head because I don't want to include the head in this recipe. I have to get my big knife. I mean, yeah, I don't know, yeah, like a cutting knife to get rid of it. I was sweating so bad. I would never do this myself anymore. Instead, I will give it to them at the store to just to cut the head off for me if I don't really need the head. Because sometimes, depends on what I'm cooking, I want the head. So in a container, I had my onion powder, black pepper, and I'm going to be using all-purpose seasoning and 2 cubes of seasoning. Then I'm going to add a little bit of my secret spice recipe. When I'm ready, I'm going to be sharing that with you. Then I had my, I think, honey powder. Then I had some vegetable oil with some little bit, like about 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or lime juice. So I went ahead. I tried to rub everything on the skin, I mean on the fish, so that they're gonna sit there for the overnight. This is like a day before. Don't forget, I mentioned that earlier. So you can see everything, all the vegetable that I've already prepped, just to make my work easy. And I went ahead to boil the corn, and I repeat my process with the plantain because I'm going to be using plantain with this recipe. Like I said, it's orishi for a special treat for me, my family, and my lovely ones. You know, you can see I like to dice my plantain this way because let me tell you something. That thing in the middle of the plantain, like the long thing, I don't know what they call it. Even in Yoruba, I don't know what they call it in Yoruba or English. But that thing, when you cut or slice a banana, I mean, or plantain, that little thing in the middle, I just don't like that thing. When I'm eating my plantain, I don't like seeing that thing in my plantain. So I like to cut it this way just to get rid of those things. So I'm going to be adding some chili flakes, onion powder, garlic and parsley powder, paprika. Let me tell you another secret. If you never try your plantain this way, you are missing. Trust me, when you try this recipe to fry your plantain, you will never go back to the old style anymore. Because if you are the kind of person that love a little bit spicy plantain, try this. You will definitely enjoy it. So I added a little bit of salt together with all the seasoning you are looking at the screen right now. Then the next thing, we're gonna go ahead and fry our plantain. You can see, if you want it a little bit shallow fry, it's up to you. If you want it golden brown, it's up to you. Make your choice and just do it the way you want. So while I was waiting for that to get ready, I'm going to proceed with my stew, and I'm going to stir fry my stew. So in my cooking pot, I have some cooking onion. I'm going to slice some like half onion into the oil just to give some additional flavor, aroma. Then after that, I added my ginger and garlic paste. Of course, yes, I have to use my ginger and my garlic. So after that, I added all my chopped pepper mix with a little bit of salt, with a little bit of seasoning. You can use any seasoning of your choice. At this point, you want to keep it covered and let it fry on a low medium heat. So you can see I have potato. I dice my potato. I boil with some salt. I put that on the side, waiting for it to boil. So this is the result of my plantain. This plantain, I almost finished the whole plantain before I even finish cooking the food because that is how delicious they are. So I went back to check on my fish. They are all doing good. If you have excess water in the fish, try to drain the water so that the fish can be, fully baked in your oven, or you can use your air fryer if you want. So I went back to my stew, everything looking good, well cooperated with the combination of all the cilantro, the carrots, the taste of this stew is amazing. So at this point, my potato is well cooked. is ready. You don't have to overcook your potato because we're still gonna fry this potato. So I put my potato in, I try to drain the water from the potato so that I can add all my seasoning. So I'm going to be adding all the seasoning, the one I used to, the same seasoning that I used to season up my plantain, just the same thing. So I just put a little bit aside for my potato, and I'm going to be adding some cooking oil. At this point, if you are not careful, you can finish this potato like this. I bet you, yes, I'm telling you, that is how delicious they are. Then after that, I proceed by frying them because I want them in the fry. Or you can put it in your oven or your air fryer. You're good to go. So I went back, check on my fish. I added some stew. At this point, you can see my fish are getting ready. The water are already dry away from the fish because you don't want the water with the fish. So I added my stew so that I can put it back in the oven for the second time just to or the stew to to marinate or to steam with the fish. So I'm going to put it back in the oven for the second time to be fully cooked. So yeah, you can see I'm just rubbing the stew on the fish. I have the fish in the two section. So I went back to my shrimp, add any seasoning of your choice to this shrimp with some salt. Then I'm gonna shallow fry the shrimp and back to my fish. Everything looked good, just the way we want it. So I do the same thing with my chopped peppers, just a little bit for flavor. I had a little bit salt and a little bit of seasoning with the same oil that I used to fry my shrimp just to give it additional flavor. And that is all we need. The food is ready. So at this point, I'm trying to serve the food. You can see the this is for me and my kids. You can see how we put it. Everybody we sit on one big table as a family and we eat the whole food just like that. Everybody just keep taking whatever you want to take and just to keep saying thank you, Lord, for everything He has done in my life or in our life. We give glory and we give all praise to God for everything that is still going to be doing in our life. That is just the way for me to say thank you, Lord, for everything I've achieved or everything you've done for me. Uh, 2024, and I'm starting 2025 with a good energy, with a good vibe, with a belief and trust in God. I'm working hard, and I'm so proud of myself. So I serve the food. I try to do a little bit of lemon on the side, and just for a couple of people that's they're very close around me. I put them in the bowl. You can see the cucumbers. I had a little bit of the tangerine. I didn't remember the name of this season to just give it like a little bit pepper salt flavor, and everything tastes so amazing. Leave your comment. Let me know what you think about this recipe. See you guys in my next video. Bye.